Hello everybody, SuperTim101 here with another build review. This series is where I go over my favorite mechs and my favorite builds, whether they are considered meta or not. And today we're going to go over the very first hero mech that I ever purchased in this game. It is one of my favorite mechs from the lore, and it became one of my favorite mechs in the game, and it brought me from early game into about tier 3. I think I still have the most time played on this mech, and that is the Wolfhound Grinner. Now, the Wolfhound Grinner is the mech of the famous Felon Kell, who becomes Felon Wolf, and eventually becomes the Khan of the Wolf Clan. And then, as the battle after the invasion stalls, Clan Jade Falcon fights Clan Wolf, which is the premise of Mechwarrior 2, and basically underhandedly beats Clan Wolf, and Felon takes the rest of Clan Wolf and kind of goes into exile, and then the other Khan, Vlad, does his own thing and becomes another Khan, and so Clan Wolf kind of gets split in two. Nevertheless, Felon Kell is one of my favorite characters in the lore, from his exploits as a Kellhound, which is his father and mother were the sort of leaders of the Kellhounds, to his exploits as a member of Clan Wolf. So this I loved that I sort of fell into this mech. I really like the look of it. It's supposed to be painted for his dog named Grinner. That's why he named his mech after his dog, Grinner. And so you got teeth and stuff on it. It was the first mech to encounter the clans that was not just in the periphery, but like sort of well-known mercenary group, attached to a well-known successor state, the Kellhounds. And he's the one that got the targeting data on the Timberwolf, which called it the Mad Cat. So that is the Timberwolf. Now, the Timberwolf has it's a light mech, it's 35 tons, it has some good qualities and some shortcomings. Some of the good qualities is that it has really good hitboxes. You can twist really well, and to splash laser damage all over yourself as long as you're twisting. It's got this sort of thin profile in a lot of ways, so people will randomly miss shots because it'll go in between your legs or in between these holes. The negative, though, is that it's tall for a light mech. It's actually pretty tall, so it's easier to shoot. Even if with sort of this thin profile, it is easier to see and easier to shoot. So that, but it makes up for that with some other things. So why don't we jump into the mech lab and check those out? So one of the good things about the Wolfhounds in general is that they have really good armor for a light. You've got 61 on your center torso, 46 on your side torsos. So it has kind of small, medium mech armor for a light, which makes up for its size. I'm running a XL engine 280. Now, when I first played this mech, I ran a light engine and added a bunch of speed tweak to get it to about 120, and that served me well for a really long time. But as I got higher in tier, I needed that extra speed to really help me disengage from fights and get away from bigger mechs that could really destroy me. So I ended up going here to an XL280, which gives me 129.6 kph, which is enough to reposition, to flank, to keep enemies at range, especially enemies that are bigger than you. So it runs 15 double heat sinks, which gives it a heat management of 1.75, which is pretty amazing. It does not have heat problems. You can alpha 13 times before overheating. I do run a targeting computer Mark 1. And one thing that the Grinner has that no other Wolfhound has is, of course, this Guardian ECM. So it is harder to see, harder to track, easier to flank with the Grinner itself, even if it has a little bit less firepower because it only has 5 energy hardpoints. But that is the build. It is you had to shave the arm down a little bit and the head down quite a bit. So I kept some more armor in the left arm to help shield. You certainly can shield with your left arm. But that is the build. Let's jump into the skills. In terms of firepower, because it's so heat efficient already. I don't only run one into heat gen because it doesn't need a whole lot of heat management. So you might even be able to take that out and move some other things around, but yeah, maybe add more consumables later on. But certainly full range and full cooldown to try to keep your enemies at a particular distance with your range and cooldown to fire more times. Again, the full laser duration, that helps with cooldown and laser duration. Full survivability. You want hard break and anchor turn. The hard break, because you're a poker mech, right? You basically peek out from cover, shoot your lasers, and peek back in. So what you want to do with hard break, why I have hard break is because I don't want to overshoot the cover, right? Like if I poke out of cover and I try to stop and I keep moving a little bit, I expose more of my mech than I want to. I keep moving and I can't get back into cover as easily. So full hard break to do that. Anchor turn, because sometimes you do need to be bobbing and weaving and serpentine, so it helps make those tight turns that you need to dodge and evade. Full cool run, full heat containment, because I rely on those to really keep the mech cold and less on the heat generation. One seismic sensor, full ECM, and one more radar deprivation, and one consumable. So that is the build. Let's jump into the game, and I hope you enjoy.
Make your bank game.
We've captured resource point Sigma. Target spotted. Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa. Target spotted. They have resource point Gamma.
Not gonna stay there. I want to rejoin the team.
Okay.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Nice job on Theta.
Thanks.
Back with game state data coming in. Rolled out.
Yeah,
They're mustering in Gulf 7. Reinforcements are going to be in Gulf 7 in a minute. That's not surprising.
I'm gonna try to get around 7 line, see if I can flank him.
Big Dragon Fang, left-handed, Hotel 7 low.
Target spotted.
That's the blue coming out of there.
Target acquired.
Okay, they've also reinforced the Fox, the 9-line hill at Epsilon. You have 3 cap. Dig in somewhere on 7 line and look left and you're fine.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target acquired.
We've already gained a quarter of the
target
resources.
acquired.
Keep it up. Target spotted.
Not let them rotate, spread it wide.
New
Just
target
fire, they got more weight still
Enemy
coming.
forces have Sigma.
Did you just tell me to spread it wide?
Target spotted.
Have you seen your cheeks, man? I'd clap it.
Fair enough.
But we're getting spotted Hotel 8. See that? Jewel.
New target acquired. New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted. The enemy is at 25%. Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target
Like this, I guess.
acquired.
Joel, can you do?
Need assistance. Target spotted.
You'll get a lock on him, I'll fuck him.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New
Thanks.
target
Nope.
acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
UAV activated. New target.
I got a
acquired.
snurby also lets you rotate, my dude.
Target spotted. Halfway to victory. We need to keep holding on to our resource points. Hostiles have collected Target 50% spotted.
New
of their
target
resources.
acquired.
Capture resource points from them to stop Target the bleeding. spotted. Target spotted.
Dick.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Holy crap, fresh blood out.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Also double AMSing for not my MS.
Legs on
Target
Bravo.
spotted.
New target acquired. Left arm critical
spotted.
damage. Left arm
Target
destroyed.
spotted.
New
Still got
target
that blood out from
acquired.
Hotel 8 and pain in the ass. That's fine, you guys are on 8 line, not doing too much down up there.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Warning
Target spotted.
incoming missile. New
Already
target
up behind that corner.
acquired. Right leg critical damage. New target
spotted.
acquired.
They're almost there. Stop them at all costs. Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Alright, we're gonna move this again.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Baited.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Super, I like the way you're looking. Go.
Target spotted. Almost there. One final push.
No. Play bait.
Affirmative.
Center torso critical damage. Target destroyed.
Well played. Can you get Gamma? Wolfhound? Have to go in FT. I don't think we're gonna do it. Now their main force is on beta, but I don't know what's next.
The enemy has capped enough resources.
Well played.
We've failed.
Not bad. Didn't win, but they both played the objective better than we did, so not bad. Well, we didn't win that one, but it was a good game. It was a good fight. We lost to the objectives, which I wanted to talk about a little bit, and I also thought that the game highlighted the effectiveness of the Wolfhound Grinner. So, a quick word about objectives. I often see people talk down and disparage people who play to the objective, and to some extent, I agree with that. Unless you're memeing or trolling, and that's not always a good thing, to just go and sit on the opponent's base and assault, or go and try to take out their base in incursion, or just run around the map the entire time as a light trying to pick up conquest resource points. The main point of the game is to shoot other mechs, deal damage, and destroy other mechs. So if you're only playing the objective, that is not a good thing. You need to be shooting at other mechs. But I thought this game highlighted the proper way to really play objectives in Mechwarrior Online, and that is to force the other team to react to what you're doing to the objective. So if you can turn the team around in assault and cause them to split, great. If you do what happens in this game, in the past game, where you caused our team to disengage to have to go try to get a last-ditch effort to get some more points, well, then you did the job, and that won them the game. I also made a mistake. I should have run off to Sigma a little bit earlier. For some reason, I went all the way to try to get, I think it was Epsilon. I should have darted to Sigma at some point when they didn't notice me over there on the 7-line, 8-line, and gotten Sigma. We would have probably been okay. That doesn't mean we would have won the game, because we don't know how the trades would have gone. It looked like we were starting to lose some trades there at the end, so I don't know how it would have gone. But objective play is not necessarily bad play when it serves the purpose of splitting the enemy, creating a tactical advantage for your team. If you're just going to troll and everyone, one whole lance goes and jumps on the assault base, okay, that's fun once or twice, but don't make a habit of that. Use the objective to create tactical advantages for your team, not just as a win condition. The point of the game is to shoot other mechs and destroy other mechs, so play that. That's your main objective. With that said, I wanted to highlight some of the things about the Grinner, and that is it's quick. It can reposition fairly quickly. You saw that. I could dart in and out of cover. I had enough range with the targeting computer to really, I was firing mostly in optimal range or just outside of optimal range when I was down on 7-line, poking up at the spider, cicada, and other mechs that were there. The targeting computer helped me get the paper doll up a little bit faster. Not super fast, but a little bit faster, which I think is helpful. And I can dart in and out of cover to still shoot those lasers and not take a ton of return fire. You also saw that the mech was pretty darn tanky. I was able to trade a little bit with both the cicada and the spider. I took a bunch of missiles from, I think it was a blood asp, and then at the end of the game, basically brawling with that other blood asp. And yes, like if it was just me versus him, he probably would have destroyed me. But since I had friends, I was able to tank damage. I didn't die. We were able to defeat the blood asp. So it's a really tough mech. There were times that you saw the PPC fires just sort of fly past me. Part of that is the speed and quickness of the mech, and part of it is the profile. Things, you can aim at it, and then just slightly being off aim, it'll go above shoulders, through arms, right through legs. It's because it's thin. It's got a great profile, even if it's tall. So it is a real good mech. It will serve you well. It's, the Wolfhound in general is a good mech, but the Grinner with the ECM, it might be a little bit undergunned with only 5 energy hardpoints, but it is a tough little mech. That was the game. That was some of my thoughts on objective play. Try out the Grinner. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and have a great day.